it's Michelle Breton with Stamping with Michelle. I'm here with another technique card for you. This is the card that we created in my June stamp clubs, and we created this background here. I've been calling it Swipe Embossed Background. I don't know if there's an actual name for it, but that's what I've been calling it. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is bring in a piece of the Smoky Slate cardstock. I have cut this at 3 3/4 inches by 5 inches, and this is the piece that I'm going to use to create the background on. We're going to work with the Versamark ink, and I'm just going to swipe and drag this ink pad right across the center of the cardstock. I'm going to bring in my coffee filter, and the first embossing powder that I'm going to use is the Wild Wasabi. I'm going to just sprinkle that right on there, like this. And we're going to take and put the rest of this back into the jar. And I will bring my Versamark back in, and I'm going to swipe the top edge and then the bottom edge. And next I'm going to use the Pool Party embossing powder. Get that sprinkled on there. And we'll do the other side. Like this. There. So that's what you have. You pull this out of the way. The next step is to emboss it. So let's get the heat tool out and we will go ahead and get this started. Yeah, that's just about done. Okay. And now you have this really pretty and fun background. So for the next step, I'm going to take a piece of the Whisper Right grosgrain ribbon, and we're going to tape this right onto the back of this cardstock. And then I'm going to go ahead and layer this onto my prepared card. And what I have here is a piece of Wild Wasabi cardstock. I have cut this at 4 inches by 5 1/4, and that is layered onto a Pool Party card, which is your standard 5 1/2 by 8 1/2 inch piece of paper, folded in half. And we will layer this down. Okay, now for the focal point image, I have already stamped one of the shells from By the Seashore in Smoky Slate, and then I cut it out using one of the labels framelits. We're going to add a little bit of color using our sponge daubers. First I got the Pool Party ink in here. We're just going to kind of rub this on. And then I'm going to come in with a little bit of Wild Wasabi just for a little bit of color. I don't want too much, like that. And I've already added my Stampin' Dimensionals to the back, so we're just going to take the backings off of these so that I can attach this to the card. That's going to go right here. And then for the final step, I have Happy Birthday Wishes that I have stamped using Petite Pears, and I punched it out with a modern label punch, and we're going to add that right in the corner. So there you go, our Swipe Embossed background. Now you can do this in a couple of different ways. Here's an alternate card that I did, and instead of swiping it across the center, I took like the tip and the edge of the Versamark and I just kind of hit it at different angles and covered the entire cardstock with it. And then I lightly sprinkled my embossing powder on. I used the Pool Party first, and then I added the Wild Wasabi. And you can see that that added a little bit of blending of the powders, and that came out really kind of cool as well. So you can purchase any of the products to create these cards by going to my website, which is www.michellebreton.com. You'll find the link for online ordering in the upper right hand corner of the blog. You can place your order and you'll have your products delivered right to your door. Thanks a lot, and we will talk to you soon.